is for TVC Entertainment. Something for everyone.
Entertainment just found a new home. Your favorite shows, your biggest stars now closer than ever.
Channel 164.
TVcentertainment.
Happy Eid to you. You look splendid, elegant.
Thank you. So do you.
I love the combination
so as well.
And the coral as well.
Yeah, everyone
so
looks really delicious this morning.
Like we planned white.
I'm telling you, right? Yes, Eid Mubarak to all our friends and family that celebrated today. We love this one especially because it means that we're going to get some ram meat. In this economy, I know a lot of people have been complaining, but you know, so I'm especially sending out greetings to my mom and my dad and to the whole family, the Endina family in Jos. I'm wishing you Barka de Sallah, my younger brother Kamal, love you, bro, and our dearest friends, Nima Akasha Zibiri, and our Ramzi Shehu Oyibo. Who else again?
That's
in our
Moyo.
group? Yeah, Moyo. Okay,
Moyo
yes. Baraka de Salat, all of you. We're coming. I like it peppered, please. I like it peppered.
Yeah, I say, like it peppered. I like that. Yeah,
Yeah, so we're here.
Happy Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak. Let me go to my hometown. That the meaning is that we'll continue to have reasons to celebrate because the significance of Eid Mubarak also is that you are able to offer sacrifice to Almighty Allah, and that's I think the significance of killing the ram. So when you pray that Obe Onisele and say your knife no go just slip for ground. He must they kill every year. He must they cut something. So I pray for all of us. May God's grace and God's abundance continue to be with us. And please make we remember, or let's remember the less privileged. Happy birthday to Amaka. I pushed it here.
No, please.
There's a way to do it.
Today is Children's Day. And we officially announce the child of your view. She was born today. Her birthday. Amaka, freshest of the freshest of the freshest of the fresh.
Freshen in baby pink.
Happy birthday to Amaka.
Happy birthday so much. Thank you so much. I feel so loved. Thank you. All the prayers this morning, all the messages. Thank you so much. Happy birthday to me. Happy Children's Day to all the amazing children out there in the world. And then most importantly, Eid Mubarak to my Muslim brothers and sisters.
Yeah, you look splendid.
Thank you.
Delicious.
So delicious.
So nice.
It's really your birthday. So we started celebrating Amaka's birthday from the 1st of May. We celebrated it worldwide. We were celebrating it every blessed day. She reminded us that it's my month. It's my month. So today is the final day. Today we rest.
Okay, did she do it as much as TMO did hers?
No, I didn't.
TMO did hers every single. You know, I think TMO is the leader. They're followed by Amaka.
Yeah, Amaka. Yeah. Well, happy birthday, darling.
Thank you. You look so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shining. Where are you going to after now?
Unfortunately, no, I have somewhere to go. I have a talk show to go. They want to just ask me relationship things. So I want to just go there and
your expertise.
Yes, and thank you, and do the talk. And afterwards, I'll just go home and hug my pillow, and maybe later we'll find somewhere. Yeah.
You ain't got no Muslim friends?
No, I don't have.
Is your character that bad?
Yeah, I think it is. I need to adjust. I need to change so that I can do better. I have more Muslim friends. We'll take a short break now. When we come back, we'll do the papers. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
welcome back. We'll be starting the paper reviews with The Nation.
Music.
Major headline, Amechi Hayatu Dean reject Atiku's win. Oyo pupils, DSS takes over rescue plan. Air assets deployed. Tinubu pledges improved security in Eid message. Duke honor to fly PRP, PDP presidential flags. Court strikes out suits seeking to bar Jonathan from contesting. And then we have a very big hearty cheers to Mr. President advertorial here. Okay, what do we have in The Nation?
Lagos ports set to receive 43 ships, and the Nigerian Ports Authority (NPA) has disclosed that 43 ships laden with petroleum products, food items, and other cargoes are expected to arrive at Apapa Lekki Deep Sea Port and Tinkan Island Port in Lagos between May 26th and June 6th. The NPA, in its daily shipping position, released yesterday that the incoming vessels will convey containers of fresh fish, petrol, general cargo, bulk wheat, aviation fuel, diesel, and gasoline, amongst other products. According to the authorities, 8 of the expected vessels are carrying containers loaded with various goods, while 35 others are expected to berth with petroleum products and bulk cargoes. The agency also stated that 11 ships and tanker vessels had already arrived at 3 ports and were awaiting berths at location. And they also noted that it is within the vessel that it's noted that the waiting vessels are laden with containers, gasoline, bulk fertilizers, petrol, crude oil, diesel, condensates, and bulk salt. So probably this will ease out a bit of harshness that we're feeling from the no food in the economy of recent. It's crazy.
Okay, I'm taking this really sad story. As we know, there are children who have been abducted and still in captivity. So just to give an update of what's been happening so far concerning the plan on releasing them. So they say that there are indications that communication may have been opened for the release of abducted pupils and the teachers of 3 schools in Orire local government area of Oyo State. So they say a highly placed source in government spoke on condition of anonymity because he was not authorized to speak on the matter. He said that when the line of communication was open, the abductors requested to speak only to the governor, the commissioner of police, or a top government official. They say that DSS, the source explained that DSS, through the Office of National Security Advisor, has been handling the communication. He said, however, no demand has been made for the release of the 32 people in custody of the kidnappers. Also gathered that police had arrested more people from the forest in addition to 8 persons in custody. The source could not confirm the exact figure for fear of being misquoted, but said it could be up to 15 people. The source also said that to ensure synergy and fast-track the release of the people, Governor Makinde has set up an operation room in Oyo State Police Command headquarters from where service commanders monitor activities on the field. Security operatives had deployed air assets from where they get live feeds of what's happening in the forest. Additional sources says operatives were in high spirits and would have stormed the forest, but that the route has been laced with mines and improvised explosive devices. You remember the first attempt at rescuing them. Some of the police officers and vigilante were caught in that mining. In the mines as well. Kidnappers have been using people, especially children, as human shields. That is a key factor that is considered. You know, while trying to, you can't storm, especially if they're using the children as human shield. It's important for people to know what's happening because a lot of questions people are asking: how are these children still in captivity? Is government doing anything? So we can see that government is doing, you know, what it can. But as we know, these are kidnappers. They don't care for our children. They don't care for their lives. They will use them as human shields. They would kill them if they, so government also on his own part needs to be careful how it goes about rescuing these children. This is truly a sad one.
Caught in the crossfire. Sad. Well, with a renewal of commitment by his administration to building a peaceful country where Nigerians can freely worship and pursue their aspirations without fear, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu yesterday led governors and others in congratulating Muslims all over Nigeria. Yes, he pledged to sustain efforts aimed at securing lives and creating opportunities for all. He assured Nigerians of a peaceful future. Tinubu also said that the sacrifices made by Nigerians and the administration over the past 3 years were already yielding the expected dividends. including economic stability and investors' confidence. He says, and I quote, "The walk through the dark tunnel is over and the light is here." He gave the assurance in his message to Muslims in Nigeria and across the world, and he used the occasion to reaffirm his administration's resolve to deepen investors in sectors critical to national growth and stability.
Okay. I took one here. Court rejects suit seeking to bar Jonathan from contesting in the 2027 election. So the Federal High Court in Abuja yesterday dismissed a suit filed by lawyer John Mary Jidobi seeking to stop former President Goodluck Jonathan from contesting next year's presidential election. So Justice Peter Lifu, who delivered the judgment, held that the suit was not only frivolous, but it also amounted to an abuse of court's process. The judge went ahead to award 20 million cost against the plaintiff to be paid to Dr. Jonathan, and another 1 million naira to be paid to the second defendant, the Attorney General of the Federation, that's the AGF. So Justice Lifu held that Jidobi lacked the locus standi, legal rights, to file the suit, having not suffered any loss from his thinking that the former president has the intention to contest the election. You know, before they had said that because he had, you know, done two tenures or 2 times, yes, that he's not eligible. But the Constitution does not say that. He has a right to come back and contest as many times
because
as
he used just one term for his own
yes,
tenure. The other one was the lazy
helping to
completion.
finish up another term. But the matter has been in court back to back, but this particular judge just said, please don't bring this to my face again. It doesn't make sense. He can go ahead and contest. Let's move on now. Okay, we'll take a short break here. When we come back, the paper reviews continue. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Entertainment just found a new home. Your favorite shows, your biggest stars, now closer than ever. TVC Entertainment.
TVC Entertainment. Now on DSTV, channel 164.
TV Entertainment. Something for everyone.
Imagine a country with over 320 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo? When we get a common language, where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self, and every person waiting for street. That's now why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show, Waiting Day, with your brother, your friend, Wale Po.
Everywhere.
So, Bobo.
This is not Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Oh.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you what they sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make Yanga?
about Wahala.
Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, we right here. Nobody better than we, right?
Okay, now whispers be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
This is not just the round table. This is the black table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shake it off. Unfiltered.
There's this entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society.
Unafraid.
In my practice, I found that sometimes
Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing the papers. Now to the Vanguard. Major headline, 2027 presidency. Controversies trail ADC primaries, court clears Jonathan. Credit to government surges 65.6% to 39.6 trillion. Abductions, CDS deploys troops, drones to track Oyo kidnappers. Residents protest alleged cult killings in Warri. Here we have your timetable must comply with statutory time frame court tells INEC. That's for 2027. NDC to introduce electronic voting for future primaries. This is according to Dixon. Idil Kabir, a dark day's over, light is here, Tinubu assures Nigerians. Resign if you can't secure Nigerians, Adebayo tells Tinubu. Middle East war, US targets Iran's missile sites, mines laying vessels in new attacks. And finally, Africa secures $498.8 million Ebola response pledges. What do we have in the Vanguard?
Resign if you can't secure Nigeria, Adebayo tells Tinubu. And the Ibadan presidential candidates of the Social Democratic Party, SDP, in the 2023 elections, Adewale Adebayo, has criticized President Bola Tinubu over the worsening insecurity in the country, saying that the president should resign if he cannot protect Nigerians. Adebayo spoke with journalists yesterday after a closed-door meeting with Governor Seyi Makinde at his office in Ibadan. He said the visit was to express solidarity with the people and the government of Oyo State following the recent security concerns in the state. The SDP chieftain accused the federal government of failing in its constitutional responsibility to protect lives and properties, describing the situation in Oyo State as part of a wider national security crisis. He said the reason we came is to show solidarity with the people and the government of Oyo State and to also sympathize with the affected communities. He further alleged that Tinubu's administration had failed in its primary responsibility as commander-in-chief, adding that insecurity has spread to the regions previously considered relatively safe. He also said that, and that because President Bola Tinubu has failed to do his job as the commander-in-chief, if he cannot secure the states at the heart of the Yoruba land, what is the essence of being in government after all, he said. So, but I know that security is not just, as much as the bulk falls on the table of the president, but of course there are saboteurs. The president wants it to end, but people that are also infiltrating, God, they look all of us, sha.
Okay. So Africa has secured approximately $498.8 million in pledges and commitments to strengthen response efforts against the ongoing Ebola virus outbreak across affected and high-risk countries. This was disclosed by Jean Kaseya, Director General of African Center for Disease Control and Prevention, on Monday, May 26, via his X account. Yes, he said that Africa was standing united against the ongoing Ebola virus outbreak, with governments and development partners coordinating efforts to mobilize funding needed to strengthen response operations across the continent. He also described the commitment as a strong demonstration of African solidarity, leadership, and collective responsibility towards safeguarding the continent's health security. While on the other part, the Director General of World Health Organization, Mr. Tedros, has now said that the death toll linked to the Ebola virus had risen to 220, adding that at the moment the epidemic is outpacing us. So we're glad that at least we're able to raise funds and that we start, because you need money to be able to contain it.
It shouldn't come here.
That widespread already.
Yeah, shouldn't come here, please.
Everybody should be careful. Just do what you can do. Be careful. Wash your hands.
Don't travel to those places.
Yes, be careful.
I have the Federal High Court in Abuja yesterday ordered INEC to amend the timetable it issued for the conduct of the 2027 general elections. It says that, according to the court, although the commission is empowered by the 1999 Constitution as amended and the Electoral Act 2026 to issue a timetable for elections and to alter the same as it deems fit, such actions must be carried out in strict compliance with the provisions of the law. It held that INEC could not lawfully abridge or vary the 90-day period for substitution of candidates under Section 31 of the Electoral Act 2026. It nonetheless declared that the deadlines of August 29, 2026 and September 16, 2026 fixed for political parties to submit nomination forms for candidates for presidential and National Assembly elections, as well as governorship and House of Assembly elections, were void to the extent of their inconsistency with the clear provisions of Section 29(1) of the Electoral Act 2026. Okay. Anyway, they're just saying that they have the right to, but still within the provisions of the law.
Okay, I have one here. Residents protest alleged cult killings in Warri. So mothers and residents of Odion Road in Warri South local government area of Delta State yesterday marched peacefully with placards appealing for an end to cult killings in the area. They said last Sunday one person was shot dead in Robo Road in the area, and the following Monday another young man was shot dead by suspected cultists, along Eyara Road. Then Saturday, they say the young man survived the bullet injuries after he was attacked. That's a different young man was attacked, but thankfully he was able to survive. They also said there were suspected cultists in the hood that carried out the attack. So the mothers had to, take that march along the Odion Road and adjoining streets. They were singing, "We want peace." Some of us, are not able to do anything with our lives anymore. Enough of the killings. People's children are dying. Our children are dying. And all of that. So they said they are now living, the residents in the area are living in so much fear. They're not even able to come out to do their businesses. And many of them are traders who come out, have their petty stalls to sell. They're not able to sell because of the killings that are going on. And they're asking that government steps in to do something about this. Okay, moving on to the Nigerian Tribune. Major headline, defeated gubernatorial aspirants as senators, reps perfect defection moves. Defection moves. Interesting. Tinubu to Nigerians, your sacrifices yielding results. Amechi Hayatuddin protest as articulates in ADC presidential primary election. Here we have AFDB to invest $7 billion in newly established a Nigerian aircraft leasing company. This according to the federal government. Court dismisses suit seeking to disqualify Jonathan from participating in 2027 polls. 7 killed as truck crushes car in Ibadan. Oyo kidnap, defense headquarters deploy troops, surveillance assets to track perpetrators. And finally, modern lifestyle amplifies genetic risk for type 2 diabetes, according to a study. What do we have in the Tribune?
I have only receives Money Point CEO and also comments the company's impact on Nigerians. Dioni of Ileife, Oni, Adeyeye Nitogun, CFR Ojaja II, on Monday received the Chief Executive Officer of Money Point Microfinance Bank, Tosin Yolorunda. According to the statement, he was received with a rousing welcome to the palace. That's the Ile Odua Palace in Ile-Ife. And this was because Enyolorida went back to OAU to give back to his alma mater because he's creating a hub, and he says that he's signing a 3 billion commitment to establish 3 innovation hubs across some nation's most prestigious federal universities in Nigeria. The Money Point Innovation Hubs will be built at Obafemi Awolowo University, OAU, the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, UNN, and the Ahmadu Bello University, ABU Zaria. And that was one of the reasons he went to the palace to pay a courtesy visit. In his remarks, Dioni, who also is the co-chairman of the National Council of Traditional Rulers of Nigeria, described Enyolorida as a worthy son whose achievements have continued to place the country on the global map of innovation and entrepreneurship. Because Enyolorida actually said he started Money Point from being a student while he was in the university. So it's just good to give back to his community and to the school that fed him so much.
I took it yesterday and I gave him some more recommendations on what to do so that the issue of graduates not having jobs will also be solved. Can you get a story?
Yes, this is a sad one. 7 persons lost their lives while others suffered varying degrees of injury in a road accident that happened in Oyo State. So sad. A mother and her twin kids, they've been rushed to the hospital, the University College Hospital in Ibadan. Unfortunately, the accident occurred between 2 trailers and another car vehicle, where a trailer that was trying to, navigate lost failed brake and, crashed into another car, and 7 lives were lost. It's so sad. May they so rest in peace. This is terrible. Yes.
Amen. Okay, today we got to The Guardian, just a few minutes. I don't know if anybody has a story here, but let me read the front page. Malabu sues federal government over OPL. 245 demands 1 trillion compensation. Idil Kabir, Tinubu assures Nigerians of better days, urges unity. Credit to private sector drops by 15% amid rising political risks. Opposition parties battle divisions, parallel camps ahead of 2027. Military kills 317 terrorists as Borno closes school over abduction of 42 students. Healthy diet cost doubles since fuel subsidy removal hits 1,541. Indigenous oil firms, refineries evade Niger Delta cleanup funding. INEC disowns political parties' membership figures. 2027 again. Court orders INEC to review election timelines amid appeal. Here we have EFCC transfers Maman to Kuje prison to begin 75-year jail term. And finally, importers shun Nigerian ports for Benin as charges hit 20 million. Did anybody get to?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I took healthy diet. The cost of maintaining a healthy diet in Nigeria has risen by about 119% since 2023, when fuel subsidy was removed. So the National Bureau of Statistics placing the average daily cost at 1,541 naira per adult in its March 2026 data. So they say that the average cost of healthy diet stood at 703 naira in October 2023. Then it rose to 742 in November, 786 in December of that same year. So it shows consistent growing pressure on household food costs after the removal of fuel subsidy. And then year-on-year basis, the figure rose to 982 March 2024, 1,498 in March 2025, 1,541 in March 2026. Anyway, so this report is something that they do annually, you know, and this is just to check,
show us where we are,
where we're going, but especially, you know, it provides insight into food security and will help government and development partners in designing social protection programs and agricultural policies and also nutritional interventions. So if you, as an average Nigerian, could spend 700 and something for a proper healthy meal in 2023, you need about 1,500 for one meal. I'm not talking of like for the whole, for the same meal in 2026.
Anyway, thank you, ladies. That's all we can take on the newspaper reviews today. When we come back, we'll do the topics that we have lined up. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
This is not just the round table. This is the black table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shake it off. Unfiltered.
There's this entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society.
Unafraid.
In my practice, I found that sometimes the woman is saying honey, but you are hearing monkey.
Sports, politics, culture, women, and what it means to be a man in today's world. No scripts, no safe zones, just grown conversations. So pull up a chair if you're built for it. This is the Black Table.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to East Flash. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
When I say, I dare fool.
You already have that in here, pa. I know that.
I go shoot out for you.
You already know, guys. East Flash can be the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going.
It's East Flash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Keeping hope alive.
We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced, even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith, believing in rain and harvest.
Hope is the youth unafraid to rise,
rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us,
Millions of voices
refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
To keep building, to keep hoping.
Now hope.
they carry us.
Even when wahala they choke, we stand gidigba.
Hope they waka with us for downfall.
It dey gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit in no fit scatter. Hope na that pikin where they read ABCD and still get ogbonge dream for hearts.
Hope na the mama wey dey fry akara, wey see the reason say
Tomorrow go soft for am.
Naija.
Your freedom na promise.
Say hope go always come, no matter wetin happen.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments, just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement
Two voices, two views, standing apart.
or an argument.
A battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect,
Sound, are you ready?
and the other close it with fire. Two perspectives, but one big issue.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good to go. So do we argue to fight or disagree to understand?
3, 2, 1, we are live.
This is the big...
You guys, this was the gist about Irasta and Rema now.
You day wine. It's all over my FYP, but me I don't know sha. Cause fake blogs yakpa. And if you ask me, it's giving sauce.
Listen, I just checked the new TVC Entertainment WhatsApp channel like right now, and they just dropped the update.
Are you for
No cap.
I've actually been noticing those guys. They're always on it 100. Like they always post the gist before anyone else. Me, I love them oh, and that's on periods.
Like I just aligned with them like last week, and they've been dropping back to back.
Facts. I love how it's straight from the source. No cap, no fake news, just pure entertainment.
I low-key feel like an insider right now.
I know, right?
TVC be cooking.
Real talk. It's like Gist Express, premium gist on cruise mode. Always first, always next.
Clock it.
Clock it.
You know what, guys? I just joined.
Active.
Jess is right. What you're trying to say to you is, for your premium entertainment content, scan the QR code on your screen right now to join the TVC Entertainment WhatsApp channel.
Entertainment. Just found a new home. Your favorite shows, your biggest stars. Now closer than ever. TVC Entertainment. Not on DSTV channel 164. TVC Entertainment. Something for everyone.
Thanks for staying with us. A disturbing video is currently trending online, showing students of a yet-to-be identified secondary school allegedly assaulting their teachers in broad daylight, while other students watched, cheered, and recorded the incident. Honestly, it is one of those videos many people never imagined they would see coming from a school environment. And sadly, this is just one of several troubling stories emerging from our schools lately. This morning, we simply want to react to this disturbing development and ask some hard questions about discipline, values, respect, and the changing culture among young people. Ladies, what are your thoughts? What were your thoughts when you saw this latest episode of students brazenly attacking their teachers? We'd also like our viewers to join the conversation and call us on 02016352013 or 09024163440, or tweet us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewTVC. You can also stream us live on YouTube at TVC Entertainment and follow us on Instagram as well at the Ladies of You. Today is Children's Day, and you know, you will think that today we'll be celebrating a lot of things about children. Of course, we have amazing children that are doing well in their different schools, different fields. Awards are won here and there and all of that. But like I always say, once the bad happens, once there's a stain, this white that Miriam and Dami have decided, and Amaka decided to wear, if there's a palm oil stain in front, anybody who sees you will focus on the stain and not on the beauty of the whole outfit. And you know, seeing this video and seeing those students lifting their hands to hit their teachers, their elders, the authority God has placed over them at that level was really scary for me. And I was asking myself, how did we get here again? What were your thoughts when you saw the videos?
You know, like you said, rightly said, today is Children's Day, so we can't ignore the fact that we have amazing children, well brought up children all around us, right? But then unfortunately, we have the bad eggs. And I think this, when I saw the video, it was honestly, I was shocked but not surprised. Yes, I was shocked but not surprised. Why? Because I think there's a great lapse and gap in terms of parenting in 2026 in this generation. You know, before, like growing up, if your father, if you just hear the horn of your father's car at the gate, the whole dirty house, the whole anything you are doing, in 2 seconds, miracle will happen. That fear. The same for our teachers. We used to revere our teachers. Like our teachers, after our parents, we are many gods. We look up to them, respect them, they encourage us, they shaped our lives. But now, where schools, parents are saying, you cannot touch my child, you cannot discipline my child, you cannot do anything, kids now feel like, they now talk down on their teachers. They now see their teachers as you don't have money, how much do they pay you, who are you, what are the kind of narratives and things that you hear, you're wondering like, what's going on? And the funny thing is not even just coming from children from badly brought up homes, also from children from good homes. And then that sense of entitlement, of pride, there's so much pride now in today's culture. Look at that story of that man that's in Abuja that was stabbed to death by his son. That was in NYSC. You're a privileged child and you feel like your father is being stingy. Like, how dare you? So it's that sense of entitlement that we see among kids that can give them the brazen audacity to do something like this. For me, it was quite shocking. But let me allow the ladies express their first thoughts.
Well, for me, when I saw it, I was trying to really look at what could have happened, irrespective of whatever could have happened or could have triggered. The students didn't have any right under moral standard, under educational standard, under psychological standard to have raised their hands. It's just like raising your hand to beat your parents. So now that it feels like the tide is sweeping some bad behaviors out, we are really, really seeing a lot of parental deficits. And I will still go back to the fact that a lot of us as parents were never even ready. We didn't prepare enough. Nobody prepares enough for what comes upon you as parents. We only know the frenzy of getting pregnant, the baby shower, But you see, the moment the baby is born is where the main work starts. The pregnancy journey is, as much as it's quite deadly, is still the easiest. It's the easiest. It feels like the littlest of it all. Because from the moment the child is born, especially you that you are a mother, your life ceases to become yours. Then we now see situations where, yes, children, even me, I'm dealing with my preteen now and this truancy and all of that, and we are navigating different. And in my head, I'm asking myself, did I really think this through? Did anybody actually prepare me for this point? And I'm just saying, God, I just need this grace, because I understand that there are times when, you know, mothers tend to, oh, I'm tired. Anyhow, you want to live your life. And it comes in from there. When the children already see the lapses that, oh, I feel like a no good to this person. I feel like I can never become good in the presence of this person. And the children begin to chart the course of their life differently from what their parents have been navigating them with. And yes, the truth is that parents do get overwhelmed. And that's where it becomes a fact that the streets begin to train those children. And the streets will train them however they deem fit to train them. Because these children didn't even have a footing from the house. The person who should have stood their ground to say, okay, whatever come what may. It was a decision of two persons. Fine. Most of these things will encapsulate the fact that, oh, somebody neglected his duty and I was left alone. I was overwhelmed. Yes, but at the beginning, one should prepare for two. And two should prepare to become one. If eventually, what will happen to the children is these children, and we see a lot. And sometimes I ask myself that, do we even really know the impact of having children? Should it really be compulsory? Should we genuinely tell people that, see, children will stress the life out of you if you are really not ready to share a part of you or to go mental at some point? We have parents on different mountains, prayer mountains, and all their prayer point is, God, my children, God, my children. Because it's another thing to be setting your child like this. It's another thing for life to be dragging that same child with you and wanting to set them up. Because what will ever give a child the nerves to decide that we go show that teacher, we'll go and beat him up? It means that you have thought of different things and you felt that was probably the best way you could teach. So there's a deficit in parenting. We parents need to do better. Let's just have it as the fact that having children is not by force. Stop asking people whether they want to have children or not. Let people live their life. Because it's from this coercion subjugate. People get into it, and at the end of the day, they are aloof. They don't even know how to. Then your manual is not my manual. I can't come and ask Miriam how she has been raising her children, because part of her gene, she's a very gentle person. Her children, and I'm wondering, they mean that I'm everywhere, area scatter, and my child is exhibiting area scatter, and I'm coming to Miriam, who is a more gentle person, for advice. Only a man work, it might not work, and that's where we just have.
Yet it might.
And yet it might, but it's still under probability. So let me leave it here.
Okay, so the children in, I just want to laugh because that means sounds like she's giving up. don't even ask us to have children again. Let's stop giving birth to children because of what may happen. But you know what? Yes, that video is disturbing. If it's truly that children decided to gang up and beat up their teachers, that is a terrible situation. But it's not the worst situation. These things have happened over time, and I mean, when they tell us all these American schools, those they are inner city schools, and how children gang up against teachers. In fact, teachers, when they send them to those schools, they'll be crying. They don't want to go because the children have overtaken them. And with them, they've done research on the reasons why things like that can happen. And it also, for me, I feel that if this is happening, that video, I'm not sure if it's here in Nigeria, it is an indicator that something is going wrong, because naturally or traditionally, culturally, we don't raise our young ones to think that they can stand up to an adult. In fact, a lot of us come here at this table to try to tell parents to teach our children to be a bit more confident so that irresponsible adults don't take advantage. So when we get to a point where children think, African children, Nigerian children, think that they can come together and attack their teachers, first of all, that is completely wrong. But as a parent, it will make me think, what happened?
Where did we lose it?
First of all, yes. First of all, because many children that misbehave at home, when they go to school, they're so scared of their teachers because that's not their comfort zone. You know, there are rules, there's a structure, there's discipline in school. So if a child goes to school and they form a whole group. One, I'll check, are they on drugs? Do you understand? Are these normal? Yes, are they on drugs? Two, what is the disciplinary structure in that school? Why do the children think they have the audacity to stand up, to speak to a teacher, talk of coming together to beat up teachers? You know, and, you know, just reading about this, for many times where issues like this happen in schools, the research shows that you check the schools. If a child does something wrong, how is it addressed?
Yeah.
It's important, yes, it's important that there's a system that shows that if you're found wrong, doing wrong, there's a process to also listen to them, to hear them out. Because when you put when a child does wrong and you humiliate them and you pull them down without really listening to what has happened, especially maybe you make a mistake of constantly punishing the wrong child for something. Those are some of the things that can make a child angry, not to the point of beating a teacher, but angry. So some of and then the teachers themselves, how do they behave around these children? What are they doing that a child feels, I can stand up to this person, or let the worst happen for this particular, I'm going to stand up to this teacher. I'm not excusing the behavior, but I'm saying that when things like that happen, it is deeper. We must question the why. Not because we're looking for ways to absolve the kids if they've done wrong, but to make sure that that is all that it is, that is just children being rude. But it could also be a sign of something deeper. How are the children behaving? What's the system in school? No, when we're not there, we don't really know what other adults are doing with our children. Absolutely. But for me, I still find that video hard to believe. African children just stand up to fight teachers. So definitely, we find children like that. If proper investigation is done, you expel them. And in that sense, a message to all the other children.
I like the angles we've all come with. By the time we come back, we'll take a deeper dive into this conversation. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Entertainment. Just found a new home. Your favorite shows, your biggest stars. Now closer than ever. TVC Entertainment. Now on DSTV channel 164. TVC Entertainment. Something for everyone.
Entertainment just found a new home. Your favorite shows, your biggest stars, now closer than ever. TVC Entertainment.
TVC Entertainment. Now on DSTV channel 164.
TV Entertainment. Something for everyone.
Imagine a country with over 300 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person wey dey for street. That's now why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show Waiting Day with your brother, your friend Wale Po.
Everywhere.
So Bobo.
You dey joke for this song.
This na Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we dey give you wetin dey sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
You've got me your papa. Why you not gonna make Yanga?
Compound Wahala.
Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, we right here. Nobody better than we, right?
I can always best be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
This is not just the round table. This is the black table.
This is the black table, where real men speak the truth about it.
There's this.
Thanks for staying with us. This conversation is deep, and you have taken us to a different angle. So normally if I wasn't sitting here, that's the angle I would come from. And sometimes when I do that, the conversation I hear is, no, let's focus on this is bad and this is bad. But in life, there is no black and white. Something always leads to something. And people who have been able to solve certain issues in different climes is because they want to find out what is the root cause, what is the intention, what is leading to this. Why are humans behaving this way? That's what bettered psychology in the first place, the understudy of human behavior, because everything has an underlying reason behind it, whether good or bad. Now, there's something I feel that is going wrong in our society, which is we no longer have a culture. When we were growing up, we understood the culture of respect for our elders, for our parents, for our teachers. As a matter of fact, spiritually, there are systems. God works with structures. And we knew, or we were taught somehow, that you must, for you to prosper in life, you must obey authority. You must, obedience, because God has put that person, whether you like the person or not. That's why you can never catch me insulting the president, because I understand that God has put him there. God has allowed him to be there. He's the authority. And for you to prosper, you must respect authority. So somehow our parents were able to teach us, our schools were able to teach us that this person is an authority. We revered, like somebody said, our teachers, because we saw them as authority. Even spiritually, your teacher is an authority over your life. Your teacher, whether it's your classroom teacher, math teacher, any teacher, is an authority over your life. So where did we lose this teaching to making our children understand that anybody who is above you, God has put there, for whatever reason, you must respect? That's one. That's the question I'm asking. That's one. How did we lose that culture? Because I don't see that culture anymore, where something happens, your child reports to you, you carry leg, you go and fight, and then you are disrespecting the teachers in front of. And I know that some teachers can be overbearing. Let's not even lie about it. Some can be overbearing. But how we handle it as parents, the children are watching. I felt like my son was being, crucified unnecessarily. And I went to school. And the conversation I wanted to have, because my son was there, I could not have it with the teacher, right? I gave him that respect because I don't want him to have the wrong ideas. So I focused on him, dealt with him, gave him all the punishments he's supposed to. And then when I went back, I sent a message to the teacher. I said, this boy has been complaining to me that you don't listen to him before punishment. Something happens, once you see him near the place, you punish him, and the people who perpetrated that act are let go. You just he's feeling that the man is singling him out, witch hunting him. And he has complained. I've sent an email, he has complained over and over. And I said, please, always investigate. I know my son, I'm not saying he's perfect, but if he insists he did not do that thing, he did not do it. And if you punish him unjustly, he does not find it funny. I call him an activist. He likes to fight. Yes, he will insist on that matter. Till I come to school, he will not let it go because he did not do it. Do you understand? So how did we lose that culture of you must respect your elder? I told him, you can never raise, that's your authority in that school. You can never report to me. I will handle it at our adult level. But we don't see a lot of this, right? Then secondly, what are we doing that our children are seeing, that they are copying? Because we like to absolve ourselves most of the time, we the parents. Yes, we do. Yes, number one. Yes, we are modeling. They are seeing us. They are seeing how we handle issues. They are seeing how we talk to our neighbors. They are seeing how we deal with people, the people that are working for us. They are seeing how we maltreat. They are seeing it. And then you expect them to go to school and do better. So where did we lose it? But before I come to someone who's ready to respond, we have a caller on the line. Chukwuemeka is on the line. Good morning, Chukwuemeka.
Yes, well, this is my first time.
Can you hear? No.
Talking into your program.
I can hear Chukwuemeka in the studio.
Then listener. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
The ladies
so
can
I said
hear you.
I'm a good listener,
Okay.
to your program.
Oh,
but
thank you.
this particular topic really touched my heart.
Okay.
In fact, I'm watching this particular program this morning with my kids because they are home for holiday.
Okay.
And it's really heartbreaking. As a parent, in fact, I want to change my son's school from the school he is now because I want to protect him. I want to protect his sanity. As a parent, I have given so much, to groom him in a path that when he grows, he will not depart for it from that path. So allowing him to be in the midst of some children that will make him derail or lose focus of value which I impact on him from.
Sorry, we lost the call. He was just trying to remind us of the scripture that says, train up a child in the way he should go. And when he grows, he will not depart from it. And he's also talking about making sure that the association of your children, looking into it so that they are not where peer pressure can influence them to do the wrong things. But you're coming to give us answer some of the questions that I have posed.
Okay, so you are asking about culture.
Yes. Do we still have those cultures?
Do we have the culture, and whose fault is it? You said parents, we like to separate ourselves from this. Yes. But the truth is, I started by saying that we have a culture where we just say children just, automatically respect their elders. In fact, I'm reading a book by an Indian Nigerian. So this is an Indian person who's lived in Nigeria for many years. And you're just talking about some of the things he's highlighting some things about Nigerians. And he says one thing he notices that respect we have for elders, which they having, which he says Nigeria has in common with India. And so I feel that we still have that culture. But there is a slight change that I'm noticing. So generally, I think we're still that sort of people. We just respect our elders. We'll hardly find someone who would just immediately attack an elder or even argue with an elder. But are there situations or are there small pockets of, communities that things are happening? Yes. And when it happens also, it's an indication of problems, something not done right. There's something going on in that community or that situation. So yes, one of the things I would say maybe is changing culture is the conversation that people tend to have now, where we're saying, children need to speak up for themselves. We're asking children to be more confident. Now, that teaching in itself is not wrong. But as with everything, there's some people that will take it and take it to the end. So for some people, it will be, I'll talk to this elder. The person was rude to me, so why would I take it? There's that. There's just also this thing where I'm seeing, especially in schools now, schools are afraid to punish children to a certain degree, because it may mean that your parents will come and then there will be a whole problem, or they'll put you on social media and then there's a whole problem. And so teachers or schools don't feel like they are allowed to punish a child for what they've done. And the child, though young, not stupid, now realizes, this teacher is handicapped. That means I can do some things and get away with it, But before, when you knew that, if you do something in school, your mother or your father is not there to save you. But now you're thinking, there's some things I can get away with because I'm in school. Or we have to wait till we report to your parents, and before that happens. So those are the little things I see that we're seeing a lot of now. Social media or just exposure to Western traditions. We're seeing we're consuming some of these videos, right? Where we're seeing these American children. For them, they are fighting it. But we were looking at it and thinking, bad guys. See how bad guys are behaving. Your child is watching and thinking, yes, me too, when I get to high school, I'm going to show them, But and when you watch these movies, there's no parental guidance. You imbibe it. That's on the one hand. Then for parents, whether we like it or not, that is where the issue originates for many of us. The way you treat, you may say that you don't do, your child does not see you, but the child is watching you treat other people a certain way.
They do.
The child is seeing you talk to people who work for you, or someone who you think is beneath you, or not up to you, or so, the child is watching, and the child will just take that and take it to school and act exactly the same way. There's this person I used to know a long time ago. God, very, as a boss, he was not a nice boss. Very rude boss. And then many years after, found our children in the same school. His child was eventually expelled. And some of the behavior was, when I heard him, I said, but I know this man and this behavior with other people. This child is exhibiting, but of course doing that, I'm like, oh, this is so unfair. This is so. But I remember that as a boss, this was your language. It was especially crude, you know. And I'm like, and they say the child will talk to teachers that same language, and they are wondering where it's coming from. I say, go and ask the employees; they will tell you where it's coming from.
We are going to be wrapping up.
And it's so funny how, because we need to take into cognizance the fact that, you know, growing up, our parents were our primary sphere of influence. But now the parents are no longer the primary sphere of influence, because our parents could get away with being busy, working, and somehow
and don't put in front of the TV.
In front of TV and everything, and still, because of the type of content that we were viewing, it was still it was okay. But now, by the time the children are playing those video games, the kind of content they're consuming and stuff, you find out that's their sphere of influence. And you know, with media now, with all those kind of with new media now, you find out the kind of things that they are pushing, kind of narrative they're pushing out. Everybody's trying to push an agenda. So these kids, their brains are not developed, so they consume. They can't filter. Because like I remember when I was growing up, I used to watch and read this book called Mallory Towers. I really wanted to go to secondary school because of those books. I said, when we now go, we'll now come out, we'll now be swimming. For me, that was my whole idea of what secondary school and boarding house was about.
But imagine if you were watching Love and Hip Hop.
No, but even that was even fake, because secondary school and boarding houses was not like that. But that was a narrative that really stayed with me. And my parents were wondering when they dropped me at school, why is she not crying? What she not telling? I was telling them bye, enjoy my day here, because that was what that was what I consumed. So you can imagine what these children are consuming and believing it to be true. So that's the issue.
Dami, your final thoughts.
I just wanted to make a clarification, because from the comment section here, when I know some people are trying to say it didn't happen in Nigeria, and somebody said it happened in Ogwashi in Delta State. I don't know if they can also be pushing Ogwashi in Delta State. I think that people who post videos of course should also
tell us where,
location and duration, so that we know. But lastly, for me, I would like to come from the angle that above all, you know, there's this saying that says, help me to beat my child. It will never get into you. And that's where I think the disparity comes in. Yes, some teachers overbear. We've had teachers want to instill discipline, and at the end of the day, some of these children passed, and you say, oh, we didn't know, we just wanted to beat and all of that. I think that's where parents started to revolt. The
don't
type
beat my
of
child
beating.
for me.
Don't beat my child for me. But we've also had situations where your child erroneously errs, and the parent is going to fight blindly in the school that, no, it's my child, you don't have to do that. So some of these things,
we need to find a balance.
The culture is fast eroding because of other things that we're also taking in, especially with education, with enlightenment, technology, and all of that. But I think we parents should do better and know that it is work to be a parent.
Thank you so much, ladies, for this wonderful contribution. I wish we had more time to go into it. I would finally say that we need to begin to respect ourselves, because whatever we do, they are watching, they are absorbing, they are soaking it in like a sponge, and that's what we see reflecting outside. And also pay attention to the sort of friends that they keep. That way we'll be able to help our children. That's all we can take on this particular segment. When we come back, move on to another topic. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Wearing many hats.
This is not just the round table. This is the black table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shake it off. Unfiltered.
There's this
entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society.
Unafraid.
In my practice, I found that sometimes the woman is saying honey, but you are hearing monkey.
Sports, politics, culture, women, and what it means to be a man in today's world. No scripts, no safe zones, just grown conversations. So pull up a chair if you're built for it. This is The Black Table.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to eSplash. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
You like say, I dare fool.
You already have Destiny Alpha. I know that.
I go shoot can for you.
You know, guys, eSplash can be the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going.
It's eSplash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Keeping hope alive.
We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced.
Even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith, believing in rain and harvest. Hope is the youth unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow. Hope is us, millions of voices
refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
to keep building, to keep hoping.
Now hope
they carry us.
Even when wahala they choke,
we stand gidigba.
Hope they waka with us for downfall.
They gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit in no fit scatter. Hope na that pikin where they read ABCD and still get ogbonge dream for hearts.
Hope na the mama where they fry akara, we see the reason say
tomorrow go soft for her.
Naija,
your freedom na promise.
Say hope go always come, no matter wetin happen.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments, just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement.
Two voices, two views, standing apart.
Or an argument.
A battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect.
Sound, are you ready?
And the other close it with fire. Two perspectives, but one big issue.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good to go. So do we argue to fight or disagree to understand?
3, 2, 1, we are live.
This is the big...
You guys, This was just about Irasta and Rema now.
You day wine. It's all over my FYP. But me, I don't know, Sha. Cause fake blogs yakpa. And if you ask me, it's giving sauce.
Listen, I just checked the new TVC Entertainment WhatsApp channel like right now, and they just dropped the update.
Are you for
No cap.
I've actually been noticing those guys. They're always on it 100. Like they always post the gist before anyone else. Me, I love them, oh. And that's on periods.
Like I just aligned with them like last week, and almost they've been dropping back to back.
Facts. I love how it's straight from the source. No cap, no fake news, just pure entertainment.
I low-key feel like an insider right now.
I know, right?
TVC be cooking.
Real talk. It's like Gist Express. Premium gist on cruise mode. Always first. Always next.
Clock it.
Clock it.
You know what, guys? I just joined.
Active.
Jess is right. What you're trying to say to you is, for your premium entertainment content, scan the QR code on your screen right now to join the TVC Entertainment WhatsApp channel.
Entertainment. Just found a new home. Your favorite shows, your biggest stars. Now closer than ever. TVC Entertainment. Now on DSTV channel 164. TVC Entertainment. Something for everyone.
Entertainment just found a new home. Your favorite shows, your biggest stars, now closer than ever. TVC Entertainment.
TVC Entertainment. Now on DSTV channel 164.
TV Entertainment. Something for everyone.
Imagine a country with over 320 languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo? When we get a common language, where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person wey dey for street. That's why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station wey dey unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show Wetin Dey with your brother, your friend Wale Po.
Everywhere.
So Bobo.
Kenzie, you dey chop for this time.
This is not Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Oh.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we dey give you wetin dey sup for inside we country. Yes, so keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make Yanga?
Compound wahala. Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, we right here. Nobody better than we, right?
Okay, now whispers be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
This is not just a round table. This is the Black Table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shake it off. Unfiltered.
There's this entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society.
Unafraid.
In my practice, I found that sometimes the woman is saying honey, but you are hearing monkey.
Sports, politics, culture, women, and what it means to be a man in today's world. No scripts, no safe zones, just grown conversations. So pull up a chair if you're built for it. This is the Black Table.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to E-Splash. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
When I say, I dare fool.
You already have Destiny Alpha.
I know that.
Then we not
I go shook out for you.
You already know, guys. E-Splash give you the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going.
It's E-Splash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Keeping hope alive.
We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced.
Even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith, believing in rain and harvest. Hope is the youth unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us, millions of voices refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
to keep building, to keep hoping.
Now hope.
They carry us.
Even when wahala they choke, we na promise. Say hope go always come, no matter wetin happen.
Thanks for staying with us. The Lagos State government recently, through the Commissioner of Energy and Mineral Resources, Biodun Uguleye, announced plans to phase out the controversial electricity banding system with the aim of achieving a more uniform and continuous power supply across the state. However, the proposal has sparked reactions from electricity distribution companies, that's the DISCOs, who have rejected the move, warning that scrapping the banding system prematurely could lead to consumer unrest, market distortions, and widespread blackouts. Now, Mayowati Jani, a respected power sector expert, multi-award winning development journalist, and public speaker, will be joining us to analyze the implications of the proposed policy, the concerns raised by the DISCOs, and what it means for electricity consumers in Lagos and across Nigeria. So we're going to be having him join us. But quickly, let's take the pulse of Lagos residents on this matter. We asked Nigerians what they think about the planned removal of the electricity banding system, and here's what they had to say.
Scrapping the banding system is like a good way to start, because right now, even those that are on band A, for example, I am on band A, and we are not even having the normal amount of lights that they said we are going to have.
They should scrap it completely. There's what is the meaning of band A and band B. Is that how we started before? Have you ever heard that? Did your father have ever told you that there's what they call band A, band B before? There's nothing like that. So band A, band B is a scam.
For some people, the band A is expensive, band B, they do not get enough light, and band C may not even get at all. What I think that the government should do is to find a way to make sure that everybody gets enough electricity.
Anywhere you are, whatever it is you are doing, whether you are a trader or you are a craftsman or whatsoever, you need power. But if it's too expensive, what would the masses do? So I think government should just do something that is as affordable for everyone, and that people should also have electricity. It will also help to even grow the economy.
Maybe they should just scrap it, because this band A or band C or whatever is giving everybody issue, because this band A, they will just give them those 4 units. Band B, band C, we are not even enjoying the band or whatever they are doing. So they should just scrap it and put us in a normal procedure that we are using before.
Left for me, I would think they should ban it, because before now that we don't have band A, band B and the rest of them, it was even better off than now that we have.
Before they came into being, what is the essence of the light?
Now they are there. We can't even enjoy it again. So I believe whether they are being scrapped or no, there should be consistency, there should be accountability for all sectors.
Interesting views there from Nigerians on the streets, and clearly the issue touches everyday life for millions of people. Now let's return to our guest, Mayowa Tijani, who has already started breaking down the realities behind the proposed policy and the concerns from the discos. Mayowa Tijani, before you come in, I want to hear when you are there, but I want to take the thoughts of the ladies. So we heard our people on the streets, Nigerians, you know, talking about how the banding system hasn't worked so far. The band A, people complained that even in the band A, they didn't have enough electricity. They were just paying excess, you know, compared to what they were paying before. And the promise was that government was going to allow the people in the band A to pay the cost reflective price for the product, and then they subsidize for the other bands. But even with the cost reflective that you're paying, you don't have the electricity to show for it. The people in the band B, bandwagon, bandits, and the rest, some didn't even have any form of electricity. So when the Lagos State government is saying that we want to remove this, because that's not the focus. The focus is that we have, as much as we can, 24 hours for residents of Lagos State. But some persons are still skeptical. Are you sure this will destabilize, this will? So what did you think about it when you heard?
So first of all, I'm coming from a very angry place. I haven't had light over a week, and it's not about banding for me. It's that the infrastructure, obviously they have issues with that. So today is a transformer, tomorrow is a power line, something cut somewhere, and then you keep calling and calling. They will come and they will tell you, okay, we've come, we've looked at it, we've investigated it, but there's public holiday. And so I have been without light for over a week. Not just me, I mean in my community, yes. And for me, so it does not matter if you're band A, B, or Z, we're all in the same problem. So for me, I don't think banding is my problem. My problem is the electricity distribution in the first place. I don't even get power at all. All the things that I buy and I want to keep. In fact, you know what is so funny? I was just saying to my help, I said, just before the lights went, I was like, we've had light for a while now. I'm feeling comfortable. Let's go and get some things so that we'll stock up. God helped me. I was just, you know, my husband was like, are you sure we can? I was like, no, we've had one thing you can never, they say don't trust on the arm of flesh. Before flesh, don't trust on the arm of NEPA and whatever. So, yeah. I'm really upset, you know, for like, when I call, yes, when I call, I expect that you should see to my problem. Don't give me, if it's so serious, 24 to 48 hours, I can understand. But days and days, up to weeks on end, it makes no sense. And we're wondering now, you know, before you know it, people have started suspecting all sorts of things. They say, maybe it's political, maybe because they did an election in Surulere now and they are punishing, you know, all sorts of things.
So the owner of the transformer took it away.
You know, so please, for me, band is not my issue. Bandits. Just give me the lights. That's it.
All right. For me, I think that let's not lie so that we will not steal. I think electricity in my area, I live on
You didn't finish that sentence, but because you're on TV, you'll not add the last one.
Let's not lie. Let's not steal so that we not go further.
Yes, leave it like that.
I don't want to know what the further is.
It's okay not to know. Camera.
Yes, we'll tell you
it's okay not to know, but for me, I think that seriously and very, very truthfully, electricity supply in my area, in Ogba area, has been relatively good. I think that, of course, because we also know that Lagos is the largest city in Africa, and it's also the most populous black city in the world. And we know that with an average of, Lagos is dealing with an average of like over 20 million people. So yes, there is a need for constant electricity supply. I like it's laudable. I like the idea that if Lagos is posing themselves as a mega city and we want to be a par with mega cities around the world, the first thing we should be able to eliminate is darkness. And on the other hand, I really think, you know, there's a word on Twitter, on X, that is like, you know, says the former minister for darkness have gone to Oyo State and and he's no longer the minister, that is being power. I'm wondering, where did the power come from? That was it him that was holding power? Because it was PSCN, power holding company. Then they held the power. No, you people is peculiar case. Your case is different. It's not like NSDPD.
An area of particular concern.
You understand? That's why I'm speaking for Ogba residents. I think that it's been okay. I don't know whatever the band is, but Lagos, if we pay for it, please let us have it. We know that we pay for these things and it's really not cheap. It's not even affordable to some families, but we still want to have it. So if Lagos says, yeah, it's my state, I'm proud to be a Lagos indigene. Well, let me put my, you get it. So I like the fact that if Lagos can say, yes, we want to do it. I think, what state is that? If Yoba, is it Imo? Is it Imo? Or?
No, Abia State.
Abia State.
Alex Oti.
Alex Oti, good. Thank you very much. Alex Oti, and we saw it, and we saw even there are people commending the efforts of the governor to say that yes, they've witnessed better power supply. So if Alex Oti started it, Oga Sanwo-Olu, you can continue. Then all the remaining 34, I think they can join up. But Lagos, as the flagship state, as a mega city, we shouldn't be talking about no or low generation of power in 2026. We can up the game, we can do it, and I believe that, of course, we will do it if we truly want to do it, a service to humanity.
Hurry up and do it.
Well,
Mama, help us.
For me, you know, as a lawyer, I believe in equity at all times.
Why are you vulnerable?
So, this banding system is not working. This banding system is not working because, see, it has created more inequality between the middle class, the
There's no middle again, no.
That's what I'm saying. No, but they banned it and now they charge more, do everything that they, for me, is not working because I believe in getting value for money and paying for what you use.
Yeah.
If you're giving me 21 hours light or 24 hours light, and then you're charging me, I will gladly pay. Because when I can see that I'm getting value when I buy things in bulk in this economy that is biting for so many people. Because me, it's not biting for me in Jesus' name, because I have to speak positive.
Affirm positively.
Affirm positively. So in this economy, you find out that when you buy things in bulk, it's cheaper. Food stuff and things like that. But when you can't store them or there's no guarantee, then you find out that people have to spend more money. At the end of the day, the PHCN, the distributors, they still bring their bills, inflated bills. This, I don't want to call them out. This phone company. By
telecommunications.
By the time you put gigabytes, you use it one day, the thing will disappear.
They use pipe to suck it.
They'll just suck it. So the way they're sucking this in and bringing the bills and everything, it's too much. So yes, I applaud Lagos State government for saying that they want to scrap this whole thing. Yeah. This is a mega city. This is the city that this is the face of Nigeria. This is a pace setter where different nationalities are interested in coming in. They live here. They do their business here, and as in what they see in Lagos would be a model, and what they say in different places, for how they pace the whole of the country. So yeah,
we'll take a short break here. When we come back, the conversation continues. Stay with us.
They carry us.
Even when wahala they choke, we stand gidigba.
Hope they waka with us for downfall.
It dey gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit no fit scatter. Hope na that pikin where they read ABCD and still get ogbonge dream for hearts.
Hope na the mama where they fry akara, we see the reason say
tomorrow go soft for her. Naija, your freedom na promise.
Say hope go always come, no matter wetin happen.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments, just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement.
Two voices, two views, standing apart.
Or an argument.
A battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect.
Sound, are you ready?
And the other close it with fire. Two perspectives, but one big issue.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good to go. So do we argue to fight or disagree to understand?
3, 2, 1, we are live.
This is the big...
You guys, this was just about Ira Star and Rema now.
You day wine. It's all over my FYP, but me I don't know Sha. Cause fake logs yakpa. And if you ask me, it's giving sauce.
Listen, I just checked the new TVC Entertainment WhatsApp channel like right now, and they just dropped the update.
Are you for
No, no cap.
I've actually been noticing those guys. They're always on it 100. Like they always post the gist before anyone else. Me, I love them oh, and that's on periods.
Like I just aligned with them like last week, and almost they've been dropping back to back.
Facts. I love how it's straight from the source. No cap, no fake news, just pure entertainment.
I low-key feel like an insider right now.
I know, right?
TVC be cooking.
Real talk. It's like Gist Express. Premium gist on cruise mode. Always first. Always maintain.
Clock it.
Clock it.
You know what, guys? I just joined.
Active.
Jess is right. All you're trying to say to you is for your premium entertainment content, scan the QR code on your screen right now to join the TVC Entertainment WhatsApp channel.
Thanks for staying with us. We have our guest, Mayowa Tijani, power expert, multi-award winning development journalist and public speaker. Mayowa, are you there?
Yes, I am. I don't know if you can hear me now.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Good morning. Happy Children's Day and the Salah celebrations as well. So with this Lagos State plan to remove all the bans, to bandless the existing bans, and ensure that there's constant power supply. What do you think about this move? How do you think this move is going to either affect positively or negatively the power sector, especially in Lagos State?
Right. Thank you very much. I think that what Lagos State is trying to do still has a lot of information gap. And that's sort of what is responsible for the kind of resistance that we're seeing from the discourse, and of course a lot of acceptance from a lot of people who are having to pay the exorbitant band A prices. Lagos State needs to sort of provide more information as to how soon they'll be doing this. Are they going to set up their own power stations that produce the electricity? When you talk about removing subsidy for power generation, the federal government still pays subsidy across the country. If Lagos is saying that we are no longer going to be paying electricity subsidy in this case, it also means that Lagos is sort of saying, okay, the federal government can remove Lagos from its quote-unquote percentage of subsidy burden, while the Lagos State provides all that is necessary for the state to run a 24-hour system. Right now, what we have is such that even if you pay the money, even if you pay band A money, sometimes you don't have the electricity, and that's sort of not good for the consumer. But also, if you suddenly remove the band system, the efficiency that the Ecodisco or Ikeja Electric basically has, which is like the highest in the country, suddenly gets to a point where there's some threat to that, because it means right now we know that they do not currently have enough power being generated to serve all of Lagos at a 20-hour power provision system that the Lagos State is currently advocating for. So it's not something that the Lagos State can just do by an announcement. There's a lot that has to happen underground beneath in the generation system, the transmission system, for any of this to even become remotely possible.
Okay.
All right, I would like to know, many Nigerians believe that banding system has created an unfair electricity classing system where some communities enjoy near constant power supply while some communities remain in darkness. Has the system actually improved efficiently or deepened inequality?
I think that is sort of both. Of course, there's been some increase in efficiency in a place like Lagos, where if you're on band A, you know that you might not get the 20 hours of electricity, but you're getting fairly better electricity than someone else who is on maybe a band C or a band D. And what that sort of does is, one of the things that we say in development is that development is freedom, that choice to choose. So, for example, if you say you want to have 20 hours electricity every day and use it, you have that freedom to, if quote unquote you're in a band D system that supplies that kind of power. Now, you could be in band D and you now say that, okay, you want to have 20 hours of electricity per day. You don't have that freedom because the DISCO is not even going to give you 20 hours of electricity to start with. So that sort of takes the choice out of your hand, whether you can pay, whether you cannot. So we have systems where there are certain people who are well-to-do, but for some cultural reason, live in a part of the state that is considered a band D or band E kind of part of the state. And those kind of people, they don't, even when they have the money to pay for 20 hours of electricity, they don't have that option because that area where they live in is not on the band A system. So that's where the inequality of the banding system shows up. And I think that's what Lagos is basically trying to fix in this sense.
Okay, thank you for that clarification. So DISCOs have argued that moving band classifications too early could trigger widespread blackouts and even consumer unrest. Do you think that these concerns are legitimate or they're just protecting their own benefits financially? What do you think about that?
I think it's both. Now, the DISCOs already have a working financial system. And of course, as I said earlier, the DISCOs in Lagos are considered to be the most efficient in the country. Their revenue collection rate is somewhere between 90 and 80%. For some other parts of the country, it's less than 40%. So the DISCOs in Lagos are getting the money for the electricity they provide. And that works. So that's a system that they definitely want to protect. But on the other hand, is also that if we say, okay, we want everybody to get 20 hours of electricity today, that electricity is not available. As you said earlier on the show, Lagos is the biggest black city in the world. 20 million people. We don't have the current production capacity is not enough to supply 20 hours of electricity to all of Lagos. It just cannot happen. So for that reason, the DISCOs see how much electricity they get from the generating companies, and they know that based on this that they are giving to us, we cannot promise our consumers 20 hours of electricity. It's just not going to happen.
Okay. Do you think that Lagos could realistically create an independent or semi-independent electricity ecosystem outside of the national grid? Do you feel that Lagos State can realistically do that? I mean, as we know, this is something that the federal government has struggled with for years with their access to resources and everything, and they struggled. Do you think Lagos can do it?
I absolutely believe that Lagos can do it. And of course, Lagos it's not even a matter of whether Lagos can do it. Lagos is one of the first states in the country to have attempted an independent power project. And of course, this was many, many years ago. And there was some, of course, for political reasons, the government at the center was different from the government at the state. And so according to the laws at the time, you had to get the permission of the government at the center to build like your independent power station. And of course, a lot of back and forth went with that. But we have many examples across the country showing that independent power projects for state level, of course, there's the example from Abia State that a lot has been said about. There are places like Covenant, Canaan Land in Ota, Redeemed Christian, the Redemption Camp on Lagos Ibadan Expressway. these are silos that have sort of shown that independent power projects can work in a country like Nigeria. And of course, Lagos has the resources, the power, and now, of course, the laws to support the build out of independent power project that can serve a state like Lagos. Of course, it will probably take some time at this point to build out the generation capacity to serve all of Lagos for how big Lagos is. But it's possible that if the government say, okay, in under 4 years, we want to be off the national grid, it is something that Lagos has
the capacity to do.
do.
Mayowa,
Okay,
let me ask Mayowa. The Energy Commissioner has said that the state government is targeting an additional 2,000 megawatts of embedded power generation through partnership with private investors. I want to ask, do you think Lagos should take over its power as stated in the Power Act, or should we still allow the federal government handle it and see how it goes from there?
I think that's one of the things that is sort of clear to us from all the years of living in Nigeria is that the federal government has a lot to deal with. The federal government basically has 36 states to deal with. And Lagos State is said to consume about a quarter of the total electricity that Nigeria consumes or that Nigeria produces. And so because of the size, because of the need, because of the economic acceleration that we're seeing in Lagos,
all right, Mayowa, just hold on a bit.
For the Lagos State government.
Mayowa, can you hear me? Hold on a bit. We have a call on the line.
Of their own that is not particularly dependent on the federal. Now, what the best way to probably handle this is that we build in a complementary manner. So,
Mayowa, let's take this call. Orina from Surulere. Orina, are you there?
Okay.
It's Surulerean. Just
to back up.
Good morning, Orina.
Good morning, yeah. In fact, I like this topic you brought this morning, pertaining scrapping of Bandi, Bambi, Bansi. You see, Equality is not the only company that are existing in Nigeria. Before, when NEPA was existing, before they bought it over, there's nothing like Bandi, Bambi, Bansi.
Absolutely.
This Bandi, Bansi is a cajole to extort people. Yes. So therefore, my advice is to follow what this man wanted to do. We should support him. They should scrap it. They should give us light. Federal government has established this thing for years back, 1970, 1960. NEPA has been existing. We have been using light. Nothing like Bandi, Bambi, Bansi. This is a cajole to extorting people.
Okay.
So they should scrap it. They should give us light.
All right.
Federal government has spent a lot of money to put the light in place for us to be using light 24 hours.
True.
Do they
Thank
know
you
how
so
many
much.
people that are not working in Nigeria?
Thank you so much. Abigail, add your Damilola, add your question so that Mayowa can take it.
Okay, Mayowa, my question would be that if Lagos eventually succeeds in phasing out electricity bans or the LMNOQ band, what practical model would replace? Also, hearing what our caller just said, because most of us witnessed the post-paid era and it was usually light. I remember that it's my father who used to turn off the lights and say, don't worry, when people start doing prepaid, you will know how expensive
There was usually light.
We used to have light in Festac. I grew up in Festac. We used to have light in Festac. At least. So what if Lagos succeeds, what will be the practical model that will replace this electric banding if they phase out this current one that we are using?
Okay.
Did you get my question?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I think that before I sort of get into that, one of the things that is important to note is that before we had this band system, we sort of also had a classification system that existed before the band. Now, before now, we had the multi-year tariff order, which basically ensured that residential areas paid a certain amount, commercial areas paid a certain amount, industrial areas paid a certain amount.
Yes.
And then, of course, there was a special system.
I think it was that classification that came on banding.
That's what they used.
So that was the classification that was before banding. And so residential areas paid the same kind of tariff system. So if we are leaving banding, it's not just going to be a system where everybody I don't think it's going to be a system where everybody then starts to pay the same amount.
The same thing.
I think
It shouldn't even be.
I think we're going to probably step back into a system where residential area pays the same amount of money, heavily industrial area pays the same amount.
I would also like to put on that, because we know that these days some residential areas are really clamoring for their area not to harbor businesses, because some businesses, because of these reduced tariff plans, they go to rent around residential areas so that they have reduced, so they pay less. So is the government also going to put this into cognizance and work around it, or we are going to go back to the system of residential area should be residential area and commercial area should be commercial area?
It would not matter.
Or it would not matter?
So I think that one way to think about this is, if I live in Bagada as an example, and then Dangote refinery sets up in Ibejuleki, or maybe another industrial system like that sets up in, let's even say Yaba, for example.
Okay.
It is not expected that I, who is just watching television, working on my computer, is paying the same tariff as someone as a manufacturing system, except of course the government is then saying, okay, we are trying to encourage manufacturing in the state, so we are going to make them pay less than residential area. But in the real sense of things, residential area is supposed to pay less, and so the burden of electricity is supposed to then be on those who consume very heavily. And of course, that's we are able to still get the kind of investment or the kind of payment that is necessary to keep electricity development alive within a state like Lagos.
Right. Thanks for your clarification so far. But could this move discourage private sector investments, especially within the power sector? Because most of these investors, they rely on the Band A paying, the premium Band A paying customers to recover their costs. So what do you think? Do you think this would discourage investors within the power sector?
Yes, if this is not properly handled, it's going to discourage private investment. It means that you can build distribution systems for years, and then the government comes on money and changes the model. And of course, that kind of uncertainty is not good for investors. So what would be best is that Lagos State government works hand in hand with the discos to arrive at a solution that works for both the discos, the Lagos State, and of course the people of Lagos State. So that way investors sort of have the confidence that, okay, if the government is going to change policy, they are not going to change policy outside of us as members of the private sector. So that way, private sector players are encouraged to come to the system. But if the government arbitrarily says, oh, we are going to cancel banding system, and goes ahead and does that, it sort of discourages other people who are thinking, okay, I can come into this system and produce power and make money. The government can change your model overnight, and that's not good for business.
Okay, so we know how sensitive electricity tariffs are, how much we pay for the electricity. I mean, we're discussing Band A and all the bands now because of how much some people feel that they're paying more than others. Do you think that Lagos can achieve better power supply for its residents or consumers without them paying significantly more? And if they have to pay significantly more, you know how we are as Nigerians and Lagosians, we complain.
Yes, we will.
How do you think this will work? Should we just be expecting more, higher tariffs because of better electricity supply?
I think the biggest problem with power generation in Nigeria, and maybe anywhere in the world, is the funding. So the way power generation basically is structured is such that at the beginning of, you're developing the whole grid, you're developing power stations, the investors are spending lots of money. And what happens is that they're trying to get this money back as quickly as possible. And so cost reflective tariffs are going higher, higher, higher. But then when you finish building out the entire infrastructure, you have the distribution network complete, you have the power generation system complete. At that point, the prices then begin to fall. Now, in most countries, I give an example of Germany. They've gotten to a point where there are even times where government pay citizens to take electricity because they've gotten to that level. But to get to that level, there's going to be a lot of investing. Now, for Lagos State government to give constant power without necessarily increasing the tariff is going to mean that the government is going to absorb a lot of the costs. And so when the government is saying we are not going to pay subsidy, it might work that they don't pay subsidy, but the costs of developing that infrastructure has to rest on the government if they will not be increasing tariff.
Thank you so much, Mayowa Tijani, for really enlightening us today about this. And we hope that the Lagos State government would, see through to this. We, like you said when we started, you talked about the fact that they needed to give us more details on how they want to phase this out, and also put their plans, concretize their plans, so that as they're phasing it out, we are entering into the new plan and we're having, 24-hour
transition.
24 hours power supply. Thank you so much, Mayowa, for joining us today. And thank you so much, ladies, for a beautiful show today. Happy Idil Kabir to our Muslim faithfuls. Happy Children's Day. And let's not forget to keep praying for the children in captivity, that the Lord will keep them. The Lord will preserve them till our government is able to rescue them and take them home to their loved ones. That's all we can take on the show today. We'll see you again for another show tomorrow. Bye-bye now.
Entertainment, just found a new home. Your favorite shows, your biggest stars, now closer than ever. TVC Entertainment, now on DSTV channel 164. TVC Entertainment, something for everyone.